So, welcome everyone to GTC Insiders. My name's James Lasbury. I'm the Chief Strategy Officer here at GTC. Guillaume, welcome to the session. Maybe you could introduce yourself and a bit about Oofty.
Yeah, thanks, James, for inviting me on the session. Really excited to be here. So I'm Guillaume Bourcy. I've been in the telco industry for the last almost 20 years or 18 years, but yeah, 20-year-ish. And I've been working mostly with telco operators for a very long time. And 10 years ago, I've been starting to look at mobile identity to the prism of building solution for telcos, but also for enterprises. And during that journey for the last 10 years, I've been really excited about the synergies between uh, communication, telcos, and digital identity, and all the powerful tools that we can develop all together as an ecosystem around that. And so Oofty comes from that journey from the last 10 years, really observing that firsthand. And Oofty is really about advising either you are a telco, a vendor, or an enterprise about how to best use mobile identity, how to, in general, apply the best practice for digital identity and take advantage of all the tools out there or build totally new one that no one has already issued. So that's Oofty Advisory and what we're doing today. We're advising our customers on three main pillars: thought leadership, market intelligence, and then professional services.
Fantastic. So, clearly there's a big opportunity there. Perhaps before we get into that, you could talk about the brand because Oofty is quite a cool name of the company. Talk a bit about
Yeah,
where that comes
thank you. I think Oofty is talk about my roots. My roots are here in Belgium.
from.
So Oofty is a California-based company. We're based in Los Angeles. But my roots, obviously, my accent might be betray me. I'm not French. I'm Belgian, and there is this French dialect from the southeast of Belgium where a lot of people are saying Oofty. And Oofty is about when you are murmurized by something, or it's a sign of wonder, Oofty. And you like that, right? It's great. So many good things happening when you say Oofty. And so I just Americanized the name with the double O and the Y and became Oofty because I just want to open the eyes about digital identity, mobile identity, and everything around it. And that people say Oofty.
There you go. You heard it here first, and it definitely is a cool brand. So let's get on to a bit around the market opportunity. You spoke about mobile operators. Clearly, these guys are looking for growth. What does mobile identity kind of mean to them?
Yeah, I think definitely what we can say, and without just beating around the bush, is that mobile identity has now delivered as it should have been
Mm.
delivering over the last few years. Today, everything happened to that, right? I think the mobile phone is becoming a power tool. So we're walking with it, we get entertained with it, we
Mm.
communicate, obviously, and mobile operators should have been really at the centerpiece of that and not just being a pipe. And mobile identity really is something where, uh, when well used, right, it can deliver a lot of uh, for the end user a lot of ease of access to apps to your device and so on. And until now, the mobile operators might not have really well found their how to play with it, how to offer it the best way,
Mm.
because like everything else, if it was easy, everybody else would do it. The complexity in that is about finding the first uh, that everybody is aligned on what to offer in terms of data points, what is the use cases you want to address, and also the price point. And so that's why mobile identity has been a bit undelivering for the moment, but we see a rapid growth now for the last couple of years, with 10 years in the making.
Mhm.
2023, 2024 is really the year of mobile identity.
Fantastic. And Let's talk about what kind of motivates you, because you seem kind of quite up for this challenge in terms of bringing the M&Os, the value. How does Oofty help M&Os kind of embrace this market?
So on the MNO side, what we're going is that there was there was not one signals to connect, right? But the device is super important, and your phone numbers is also very important. What we see
Mm.
is that, for example, a phone numbers lives in as two lives, your
Uh-huh.
online lives and the offline lives, and it lives in the middle. In the online world, you can find data about the device, you can find data about an email address, you can find network data from your computer, the IP addresses, and so on. Offline, you're going to find your first name, your last name, your uh, zip code, wherever, whatever it's going to be. The phone number being in the two world, offline and online, that's what drives me really about mobile identity. It can help to be a strong signals to pair to other signals, like
Uh-huh.
the IP address, like your first name and last name. And that make it really something central into mobile identity because the phone number is not the only signal, is not the only identifier. Sorry, not saying identifier. Is one that can help you to aggregate all these identifiers together and create really a unique added value that nobody else has today on the in the world. And to offer a really comprehensive identifiers with different sub identifiers there. And mobile identity is about that. And that's what I'm excited because now people understand that there is so many possibilities when you own a phone numbers in between your hands. And as an end user, for example, I would love to be able to just use my phone numbers everywhere and not be dependent on an account password, email addresses, zip code, identity cards, and so on. And so that's how can we really accelerate things and change things for the best through that device, through the phone numbers, and through
Mm.
the other identifiers out there. That's what motivates me.
Fantastic. And it sounds like it's a massive enabler for the operators, but also will make customers' lives a lot easier. Why hasn't this happened already? You touched upon it at the start. Kind of why now?
Well, no, I think it's the change is really. I think there was a couple of things that happen over time. It's I was mentioning just aligning on the type of data, aligning also from a data privacy perspective, right? We have been touching a lot of different subject, and GDPR has been helping to really align what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and
Mm.
also how to streamline all the end user journey to ensure that there is data privacy. And mobile data was misunderstood from that perspective, but now you can see that it's more and more well framed. And for people, either you are the end user or the enterprises, you can
Mhm.
see that device as being uniquely positioned to deliver first on data privacy, but also to help to streamline the end user's journey, keeping the brand safe, avoiding to have a lot of different fraud happening on their uh, site content, whatever they want to deliver, and keeping
Uh,
also the end user safe. That's why now we see more and more the adoption of it as the fraud are getting more and more sophisticated. Also, mobile
mhm.
identity can really help to overcome that. If you think about it, mobile identity was kind of there, the premises. Two-factor authentication of on SMS was the premises of that. Was great when it was released, but then you have seen more and more fraud. So still a great tool. I think it's a fantastic medium still because it's agnostic of the device. Everybody can receive it, so it's easy, but you need more than that. And that's where the next step is to make things much more easier for the end users, and we are at the right time.
Brilliant. So, Oofty, you've got a cool brand. You've got someone like yourself who knows this market really well. How are you going to scale this business, Guillaume? Talk
Yeah.
a bit about.
So first and foremost is working with the best out there. They've been in the industry for a long time, and I think you need to take people who have been at the vendor side.
Mm.
You need people that have been at the enterprise side, and people who have been with the telcos. And the team, we are scaling up the team right now, and that's the profile of the people in the team. It's about people who have been with vendors, the largest vendors in the space,
Mhm.
mostly in the US, because the US has been really at the forefront of mobile identity for a while,
Mm.
or with the carriers here in Europe, with big carriers. We know that they have a lot of problem when it comes to fraud, and so they have a lot of people that are there to help. And so, how we want to scale is really to have education. So
Mhm.
that's really how we think that the whole business will be flourishing, is when people are aware of what's outside there for them through mobile
Mm.
identity. And education is going to be important. We can see it. I don't like education because maybe it sounds like a bit negative. It's not
Uh,
that we estimate that we are more educated, but it's more about being to evangelize than people around mobile identity and the benefit of it. So that's how we want to scale.
Fantastic. And in terms of looking a bit kind of forward, if you imagine sometime in the future, it's probably distant future now, you're speaking to your grandchildren about kind of Oofty, and you're obviously either in Belgium or California or New York or somewhere quite cool. What would you like to say about the business at that time?
I would tell them we changed the world. We changed our people. Literally, were able to access their data. We're able to access content. We changed the world. That's what I want to say about that. And yeah, I will have I not. It's not going to be mission accomplished until I can say that.
Fantastic. I think we've got our strap line here for this interview for sure, Guillaume. But look, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for joining GTC Insiders. If you want to find out more, join us on LinkedIn, the website. You'll be able to see this content. Once again, Guillaume, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, James.